All right, in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dario, do the honors, please.
Welcome back. Good morning, good evening, or good night. I hope this greets you well. Welcome back to another episode of Controversial Topics. We are your hosts, myself, Dario Dowie. We have Xavier Doctor, as always. Rajiv Horton, surprisingly awake, hearty, healthy, no sinus
Young man,
problems.
I was sick 3 times.
And returning 2 weeks in a row. Can you believe it? Latori Phoenix Pottinger, rising from her ashes.
Man, that's should have nickname there, man. They call her Natori, nah show face on podcast, Pottinger. Just saying. Anyways.
Young lady
That's
don't want
where
to show her
what?
face.
Wow.
Yo,
Again,
yo, literal
you know.
silence.
So, all right, okay. I see what's going on here. So we
What
have
is going on?
Xavier leading the charge. We have Dario
Everything
giving
is
a
safe
strong
and leading the
second.
charge. You know,
Listen,
you wanna
I'm
know the funniest thing?
talking. I
You
am
know the funniest thing?
talking. Listen,
Remember
don't let me
after
call the feminist for you. You're trying to overrule and overstep. Okay, don't let me call
alright,
for you.
independent, strong black woman. Sorry.
Right. So I was saying you have Xavier leading the charge. You have Dario coming on with a strong second. And Reggie seemed to galvanize the thing all by himself. Like him just running with it right now.
I'm just enjoying the show, man. I'm enjoying
That is
the
right. That is right, my friend, Mr. Hop.
So
That's
are
why
you
I'm here
saying
for.
we're
I'm
attacking the
Reggie,
strong,
Reggie,
independent
I just want to
black
find
woman?
out.
I thought black women could handle anything.
Yes, how can I know?
We're attacking the strong,
All right,
independent
hold on.
black
Let me
woman
just make this point
and
here.
testing her strength.
Let me just ask Rajiv this question. Rajiv, why is it that we're not seeing you equally as you seem to take on the
Rajiv
charge for
Wam.
yourself now?
Because unlike you, Rajiv is not good looking. You are good looking, so you
Oh,
should show
no.
your face.
So, you see, the thing is, not worry, you're way more, you're better looking than I am. Showing your face will bring so
The
much views to the pot.
controversy does
The
not have
showing
a
your,
look, you know.
this is what I'm saying now. This is what I'm saying now. Showing your
So
face
hold on,
will
hold on,
bring
hold on, hold
so
on,
much
hold on,
views to the
hold on,
podcast.
hold on, no.
It will be
Hold on.
awesome. My face, I got rid of people. My ugly.
I mean, Rajiv, if the first time them never run me, I don't think them will leave now. But but amount of time the whole we come on this podcast look like the hunchback of Notre Dame. But anyways, I think we have given the people a good monologue of comedic timing. So what are the first, Dario? My topic, them are your topics.
Yours.
All right.
Save the first one for last. Save the first one for last.
All right.
Yeah, man. Save the one for last.
You see, this is why I say Rajiv has some unfiltered issues he still hasn't dealt with, cause.
Nigga, please. But,
Right. So, my theme for these topics goes as such: young men, young women. It isn't the end of the world, unlike what some of these Gen Z individuals may tell you. One heartbreak does not spell doom. It only means you don't make the same mistake twice. So the first topic which Natori seemed to want a better understanding about was trauma, and trauma does not make you better. So Natori, I take it that you understand the ramifications of the topic that I have before you, or do I need to explain once more?
I understand based on your explanation, but the viewers are here, they're waiting clarity.
No, I'm going to explain for them, but more to make sure so your brain now short circuit and understand what is going on,
Let me just go ahead and say this. Where you mentioned that heartbreak doesn't mean the end of the world, I feel like that first heartbreak is necessary. It is very necessary to people going about their daily lives. I mean, I remember my very first boyfriend, and I remember being so in love with this man.
Sorry.
I literally just thought he was angel on earth. You see me? And when I realized that the path he wanted to take was not the path that I would be willing to go down, I realized that we had to come to a separation, regardless of how much we equally loved each other. Understand? And so that hurt me more than anything else. And I broke up with him, even though I loved him and he literally did nothing wrong. You understand? Broke up with him. And I am telling you, um, as I said, it's necessary that heartbreak because it taught me that no matter what life goes on, you understand, literally life will go on and continue to go on. And just bouncing from that experience, you know that you will survive anything, literally. So if more people had these experiences, these heartbreaks of a sort, then they would see that, they're able to move on and live past all of it. You're saying there, Dario, you want to say something?
I disagree.
I disagree too.
Because
it's
you
totally
are
dependent
men.
on the person.
We
Come again?
understand that you men will have that kind of an idea.
Right.
Because what?
You
Sorry, what did you say?
Well, you men, I take high offense to that statement. You men.
I didn't hear what you said.
It was never intended to be a low offense.
Me, I take offense.
I didn't hear what you said though. Can you repeat it?
Oh, yeah, Dario. I was saying that it's necessary for people to have that heartbreak to be able to move on in life.
Before you answer,
depends
Dario,
on the person.
We can answer a question. So
it does not depend on the person. Everybody needs to have
before
that.
You speak, Michael. Sorry. I said this last week. A smart person learns from their mistakes. A wise person learns from other people's mistakes. Not everybody has to get fucked to know that they don't like it. I don't have to eat shit so that I don't want to eat shit.
I
don't know. I don't want to have a heartbreak.
One voice, Rajiv, your floor.
I agree with her to some extent, but say everybody has felt that first heartbreak. Like, you go through life and just run through people like, alright, I eat that. There's no meaning to it.
Close to 1 p.m. Rajiv still no brother.
Man, shut up yourself now. Like, there's no substance to it, you see me? So, everybody have to get that first heartbreak there. They know, say, yo, when they finally find the person that love them and them know the person that they will know, say, yeah, I eat this. But if you go through life, I say, yo, with different people and they never get the heartbreak. You never know how it feels to know to have true love. To get to me and say, like, the feeling never there, but until you get that kind of hurt in your life, you're not gonna really understand it. You get me?
All right, Dario.
Yeah. So what about people who grew up with like a decent family dynamic that had a decent example of a loving relationship? Why the hell would they need a heartbreak if they know that they don't want crap? If they've already learned before or without the heartbreak, why would they need to revisit the lesson?
Listen to me, Dario.
Let me
and I mean genuinely learn the lesson. I don't mean the people who think they know.
Let me go ahead and rebut that.
I didn't interrupt y'all.
Hey, let us not attack each other. Let us be civil.
Dario,
Nobody's
attack point,
attacking, but
not
I'm
me.
saying,
And secondly, I didn't interrupt y'all.
Alright, let me say something before it
You
all.
asked a question and I wanted to answer though.
What could have caused
Before
this,
you
Father
say
God?
anything, make one answer, not sir.
Here, say, go on.
love
Alright,
relationship.
The strong black
listen,
woman is on the
Dario.
floor. Give her the floor now, please. We'll get some water.
Alright, so Dario, what I was saying to your point, while it may be a case where you have individuals who are raised in quote unquote proper homes and would have seen what love is all about and how you're supposed to treat your partner, yourself and your partner would not have grown up in the same household. You understand? So somebody you meet grow up on probably another side of the fence, whatever the case is, and they're not used to certain things, right? And you may want to teach them your ways, and equally they may teach you some things that would be beneficial to you because of course everybody can learn something from somebody, even if it is you're learning that this is not what's for you. Even if you're learning that, you're learning something. You understand what I'm saying? So what I am saying here is that even though you pointed out the fact that people can learn from each other's mistakes, for this particular thing, no one can learn this for you. This need for this heartbreak, no one can learn this for you. You have to go there to come back from it, to have the understanding of it, to step off in a better way than you did it before. Definitely. I'm not saying that the type of person or whatever situation that happened, but I'm just saying that the heartbreak needs to happen.
Like, Dario, it's a perfect relationship, right? But in every relationship, people have a problem. And we can guarantee it's a year perfect relationship. One of them, one of the partner them get hurt before. They might not be cheating or anything like that, but them get hurt before. There and some form of trust get lost in whatever the situation is. There is going to be a rough spot in a quote unquote perfect relationship, as you put it. So people still are gonna get hurt. Anyway, take it, you get hurt. It's just a matter of how you deal with it. You can go crazy like some people and mark up here and say I go kill people, or you can just handle it in a different way, a more safer way. You get what I say?
All right, Doc.
Alright, so I finally get the chance to speak.
Yes, sir.
After 1 million years of lying the iceberg and waiting to crack open, you know?
You should have freeze.
The bad mind is real with this one, though. But I don't fully agree with any of the statements made by either you or Ms. Pottinger, but I understand why you are saying that. To be fair and to be frank, and I'm going to get this out of the way so we can go further into topic one because we not reach this yet. I don't believe we need to have our hearts broken or true love to be traumatic. I feel there are other ways to suffer, if that's the best term I can use. I don't know why I need to be cheated and almost lose my life or some bullshit traumatic event like that where I need to go through the process of oh, this is life. It's hitting you hard. It will happen by itself, but for some reason people think that it should be sped up and you should suffer as much properly when you're younger. I don't know if it's just me, but I find people who suffer when they are younger tend to be the most unrealistic, insane set of persons when they are young adults. They might not be as terrible as they were in their teenage years. I mean, Rajiv is a perfect example of a semi-sane person when he's ready.
You love many and don't. You love many and don't.
So I can't use it. So I can't use it as an example now, my friend. I want him.
It's true, man. It's true.
so,
Don't
So,
put me on public place, sir.
so all right.
Don't put me on public
All right, you have
place.
used Dario then. You have used the literal introvert of controversial topics as an example then. This man is a known germs, you know, but the difference between him and you is one was made for the streets, the other in up on the sidewalk for now.
Listen to me, man. I said, don't put me on public display, sir.
Anyways, I understand the sentiment that people, and I used to have the sentiment where, yo, if I went through it, then you are going to go through it. And I've said this to people many times, but then when I really think about it, why on God's green earth would I want to subject someone that I want to be better for in the future to be traumatized by something that I already went through? That is how heartbreak comes off to me, you know. Yes, it's going to happen, but should it really happen forcefully through the force-fed process that we know is true? You know, it's food for thought, but to me, I just don't think it should. Yes, it will happen, but why should it happen when we're not in a sense? That was my take on it still.
Well, now, I'm not say it can happen, you know. I'm not saying it can happen, but let me say it's a whether we like it or not.
Yes, me get that it will happen, but why should it really be force-fed to we when we don't understand the world? And then people are going to talk to you and tell you some bullshit about, oh, you know, oh, that's just life. Like, what?
Yeah, because
Hold on.
that,
Let me ask this, because this was my interpretation of what you and Tori said. Without heartbreak, you won't know love. Meaning, everybody has to have it in order to understand what love is.
Where's the clapping?
Was that the correct interpretation, or did I misunderstand?
You misunderstood me. I'm not sure if that's what Mr. That's what you want to say. I'm just saying that is not.
How many name can we say on call it?
That's not what I was implying.
Okay.
I'm
saying
Dario.
The silence is beckoning.
I'm saying shut up, come take the money. I'm saying Dario. A lot of people out there claim to say them in know, but them never them not truly know.
First of all, sir, oi, you weren't here for this, but unless you're planning on giving up a kidney, you can't say you're in love.
What?
That's our new definition of love, when you're willing to give up a kidney for the person. Apparently, I love no one.
Apparently, I've never been in love.
I love myself and only myself.
If you give a kidney to somebody, it has to be my wife,
Reggie,
my daughter,
Reggie,
and my mother, and my sister. Then.
All right, Reggie. You know.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not gonna tell you who gave us the definition, but that's our new definition for the show.
Alright, so I don't know if you're able to hear me well, but what I am saying is this, Reggie. As you rightly pointed out, you would have given your kidney for your mom, you would have given your kidney for your daughter, and for your wife. I say, kudos to you. I say you're a person who knows what love is. You're a person who knows what sacrifice is required to keep the people you love in your life. That's all I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is, Rajiv, as parents, you and I know that without second thought, without a heartbeat being passed, if a doctor tells you your daughter needs your heart, you're going to think of exactly how you're going to kill yourself to give it. The best way that it's going to be safely harvested for her to get it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, but
if they don't understand that, I
like,
don't
I
know
get that point.
how to help them.
I get that point. I get that point. But I'm saying, if me have a girlfriend, right, and she's in a kidney, I'm saying I'm in love with her. I'm a guy, I'm a kidney, she's not let me. She have to go give me it back. She have to go give me it back. Because if you're my girlfriend and me give my kidney, I'm in love with them. And then this time I say, yo, you're not in love with me again. You have to go give me it back. But me get the point. If I'm a daughter, if I'm a daughter, my mother,
I understand what
my
you're
wife,
saying.
Let me
I'm a
review
sister,
that
I understand what
statement.
you're saying.
sure.
Let me review
I
that
understand what
statement.
you're saying, Reggie. But let me say this. For me personally, I feel like if you do love this person, whether or not they're with you, you still want the best for them.
Yeah.
And the best for them would be
Like,
for them
So
to
what about
be
loving
healthy.
someone from
hold
afar?
on,
Because
hold on. Well,
No,
yeah.
don't talk it,
Hold on,
Reggie.
no.
No, tap in there, so hold on.
Like,
No, stop.
yeah. Me, I want the best of them, yes. I want the best of them, yes. But if me hear my kid, I take it
Now,
back.
question
I
for
take
you.
it back. I'm going to wish you the best. Like, if me hear you,
Oi, I
Sir,
said, my question for her.
hold on.
listen, you have to from this point
and you
forward.
left, right? If me and you left, alright, take the whole kidney situation outside. First, if me there, we have certain amount of years and we say you will love each other and whatever. Things happen and we decide say yo, we're not gonna together again. Me not go wish bad for you. Me not going on top bad for you. Me I wish you best of luck. Me I go want your progress in a life. But guess
I
what?
have a
You're not
question.
gonna progress on the same
I have
table
a
with me there.
burning
You
question
have to
that
go
needs
build
to
your
be
own table and
answered.
progress around it. Me not go wish bad for you.
Yeah.
So me get to you say,
A
me get to you
burning
say yo,
question that needs to be
go wish
answered by this young lady.
you not go on wish bad for them. Like I understand, but treat at a distance. You get me?
Oi, I
Me
have
not
a
wish bad for
burning
no
I
for
question.
nobody.
understand the
Like, so I
distance,
understand
but
what
I'm
you're
saying
saying.
if you took the step to give that individual your kidney as biology permits, you being able to give them your kidney, which will regenerate itself, being in a healthy body and so forth. What I'm
Like,
saying is this: that you already made the sacrifice of love, to give the individual your kidney so that they could lead a semi or even a healthy lifestyle,
Oi,
right? So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
man.
saying,
like
What talk was that?
I'm saying,
not worry, me get you. I
I mean,
understand you. I understand you. Like no, like me
okay.
fully understand you.
Let's
But the
have.
petty side of me, not worry,
You know what?
wouldn't make
Say
it
I
easy.
was legit about to say that from this point forward, I will call you Petty King.
Like the
Legit.
petty side of me
You
wouldn't make it
cannot
easy,
take back a
honestly.
kidney, sir.
Well,
What you gonna do
I
with it
take
when
it
you
back,
take
you know.
it back?
put it
What
on
you
Well,
gonna do
ice.
with
guess
it?
what?
no,
Put
no,
it
no.
on ice and keep it in
Just
my
like
house.
how,
Take it
just
back.
like how, oi, just like how women are petty enough to chat about how they wish they could take back their virginity. Yes, same thing
Like,
goes for the kidney. But
I
anyways,
understand your point, not worry.
let me
I
ask you
understand
Hey,
your
this
hey,
point,
hey.
but
before I forget.
Maybe,
you petty.
Xavier
maybe I
talk.
think it's a
Xavier
bedtime. Go
talk.
No,
sleep.
so Dario, so by that logic of yo, if you were with somebody, you and you have to love them and all of these things. So let me ask a serious question now. So say you have your personal woman now, and your ex-girlfriend is dying of sex, and the only thing that can save her is sex. Tell me exactly how that will play out. Yes, I know it sounds very stupid, but really and truly, from what that way, I'm getting from that way, and I might be wrong, but if me and somebody left and I love them, where exactly should I
No.
still? So,
Hold
yeah,
on, hold on.
you know what? Yeah.
Hold on.
Let me just mute.
I'm trying to answer though. I'm trying to answer though. So you are putting in a very hypothetical situation that would have existed post your relationship with the individual. That is ridiculous. So is it that you're going to perform brain or heart surgery post thalamus? No. No, that's not gonna work.
All right,
That's never been.
not to worry, yo, win. I have nothing else to say. Dario, talk what you say. Cool.
That's the win.
So yeah. So Tori said you have to give up a kidney, but Jesus gave his life because he loved us.
Exactly.
And
Look at
God
that.
gave his son because he loved us. So I guess none of us have ever been in
No,
love.
no, but Dario, you can't compare our love with the love of Jesus, and that's a total
I say that
different love
because
that
Tori
we
used the
have.
word sacrifice.
Yeah, but
So is it a case that what we're willing to sacrifice
Because
determines
different kind of love that
hey. Is it a case that what we are willing to sacrifice determines how much we love the person?
Hey, look, so
Or is it a case that
what's
if as long as we're willing to sacrifice something great or something of meaning,
oh yeah,
isn't that the meaning of love?
all
look,
right.
so
In all honesty, sacrifices are to make in a relationship. If you claim to say you love the person, sacrifices are to make. But
Once you
the thing is,
begin to care.
yeah, but the thing is, making sacrifices to somebody where you say you love, and then the person end up and claims to say you're them like in love with you again. What comes after? And that's the main thing, what
no,
comes after.
simply put, Rajiv, oh, you gave up your kidney, oh, sucks for you. Oh, you might as well just go and die then. That's simply so.
As me tell Natori, my petty side wouldn't make it.
Oh no, because they say, oh, you're
People are gonna look
sacrificing
for
for
me
the
already.
greater good, so you must
Like
do it because it's a worthy
my
cause.
my
so
understand
we're not saying
Natori's
that
point,
this should be a literal action. This is not
No,
necessarily something that you're literally doing. I'm
Sure.
saying
like
that you should
Oh,
be
so
of
it's a
the
figure. Oh, so
mindset.
it's a figurative action, or we just talk it. We don't really mean it.
I understand Natori's
Never
point.
said that either.
Like
I'm
me just can tell
saying
you, I
what I'm
understand.
trying to bring across on the table here is that you being a person in love with another person, you want to see this person well spiritually. You want to see this person well financially. You want to see this person well in their health, right? In everything, you want to see this person excel because them excelling means you
That's
also
not love,
excel.
that's maturity.
Still, whatever you call it, you
No,
would
but
have made the
as in
commitment.
I can love you and get
Whatever
heartbroken,
you
but
call
because
it.
I'm mature, after we break up, I still want the best for you over there.
So
Brings
then
us
that's
to the
not a
point where I'm
problem.
saying
With
is,
the best
Not
for
talking
you is
about
still
love at this
over
point,
there.
you're talking
That's
about
not a problem.
maturity. Because again, Rajiv, the polar opposite, he can love you, but because he's heartbroken, he's gonna say some petty shit or think some petty shit and want some petty shit to happen to you.
Doesn't
no,
happen. It's
no,
Rajiv being
sir, no,
Rajiv.
sir,
Both
no,
is
sir,
all right,
no,
hold
sir.
on. All right, let me use this
Listen
quote
to me.
from
Listen to me.
an anime. Those who love must also bear the risk of hate.
True, but
That's Rajiv.
I'm saying,
The thing is that
Dario,
I'm
I'm saying,
mature, so yeah,
no,
there won't be any hate.
listen to me. Listen to me. If, like I said before, so not so, if me and if you cut certain amount of years and we end up split, like I go want to stay eat, but not on the same table me there on. You go build your own table and eat but over there so with your friend them and whoever. You get me, but not on the table me there.
And again,
More
what
see
do
your
I know? I've
see your
had a
prosper in
relationship
a
past
life.
6 months.
Yeah, and we
Want to
both
see your
we
prosper
not
in a
left off
life,
a
but
gelding truck, Dario, so we don't know
not
no
near
sacrifices.
me.
True. Well,
Yo,
actually,
so his
I
son
left the
gone
Gelding shop.
here. You
I was
can
on the
stop so
Gelding
cute.
train, and next Father's Day, I'm gonna upgrade to the Gelding plane.
Yeah. True talk.
Anyways, I know my farm couldn't not fit me.
Anyway, we went off track. We were
Make
talking about
sure they get first class on the plane
Excuse me.
and don't sit in coach. So make sure you
Oh, I'm
get
the
first
pilot.
class on the plane and don't sit in coach.
No, I'm the pilot. I'm the pilot.
Okay. Private jets.
No, 757.
Okay. All
And still
right.
not get
Cool.
old. When I get too old, I need to go.
Says the
Get a
man that
job.
is just couple years off 30. Bitch, please.
It's not very wrong. I'm old and wise, sir.
Which part of man you make fish for your old and wise? Man, continue to me tap it them here. Old and wise. What a man slapping here.
That's a minute wise, that's a minute old.
Yeah,
I
pretty
see.
much.
I see.
So
I see.
as we
Full
went
of
off
racism,
topic,
but it's
talking about
okay.
sacrifice and kidneys and what we think love is,
I'm
You're
saying,
full of
I think we
racism.
can
Full of
finally go to
that,
what?
that you're full of racism. Get out there.
wait, did we even answer the original question?
About what?
What did we start talking about again?
Trauma and trauma does not make you feel better.
Yeah, not everybody needs to go through trauma to learn.
Not necessarily. What I mean by the statement is people tend to use their trauma as a backdoor and leaves it for the last stepping stone in their life that they say they're going to crawl through. So they put it they claim they're putting it in the back of their mind. It's like a giant red door. All the other doors are white. They go through every single white door, continues to make the same mistakes or more horrible decisions. Then when it dawns on them that, hey, maybe I should see what the red door is all about. But you've stockpiled all this negative energy and all the demons that you've made over the years. So when you go through it, well, the dark topics of suicide tend to come about. You either lose your mind, go into a mental institution, and you never really see the light of day again. That is troubling for me. And I've seen 3 of my friends lose their life because of it.
That
I don't
I
know
agree with.
why, I don't know how, but I don't recommend people using their past to dictate what happens to them in the future. And it's also plays into my theme. Your one heartbreak does not determine what your entire love story will be. I know females who, for some reason, believe that because one idiotic boy at college take with them virginity because they decided to give it to him. Don't take accountability for that. But they said, Jesus Christ. That not work. I'm just ready to say something. Jesus Christ.
Why would you jump to
Yo!
that conclusion? Why would you
Because.
jump to that
Man,
conclusion?
that, let me
No,
get a
just
point.
talk because.
I'm understand the point.
No, just talk. Just talk.
I wasn't going to say anything. I literally fixed my earphone.
Right.
But man, the attack is real. The attack
Right.
is real.
What attack?
That, I get that point because I've went through that quote unquote big red door. So I understand what you say. With the depression and the suicidal thoughts and
Oh,
all of
here's the
those
thing,
lovely
I know
stuff.
a lot of people are going to go out and be stupid and say, I don't know what depression is. Bam. I literally get burned for several months and I stayed. I know what abuse is. So I don't know what them are talk about. And I won't use the term yammed because because it sounds like a bad piece of fruit where you left on the side of your fridge.
I actually like yam, so don't use yammed.
No, I'm not gonna ever use it again. The one time you use it,
No,
Bradshaw
but
call me up on it, isn't me? But anyways.
like for real, like
Like
every
I
time
get that the topic of rape is not something that people like to talk about. And I know people like to say, yo, until until you go through something, you can never truly know what it is. So I suppose by that logic, we need to get something rammed in our ass to understand what it means to be violated. Apparently,
No.
according to some women and men. First of all, I've had my back seared by iron before and it turned red. My skin color is brown and black. I'm pretty sure red was not the pigment of choice. So, yeah. But I might not understand what rape is, but I surely know one thing. Your future in a few hand them. I've seen people rise from the ashes, rise from the lowest point in their life to become the best version of themselves. Yet still, little old you in your little old place because your mother seems to never understand anything. Because you seem to think that you can use more relationships to go over the trauma and never really conquer it. And even when someone claims they want the best for you or says, yo, it might look dark now, but it now go dark forever. And you still not really give a shit because you give up on yourself. That's hurtful for the person who thinks they're doing a good job as a friend. And them just decide to, yo, they might just give you space and step away. A couple days later, then you say, yo, you shot yourself in the head. And they never see the light of day again.
My friends hang themselves.
Oh, shit.
It was sad, but
I don't think we have the emotional connection to really go and cry when these things happen. It's probably after the fact. It's not even the death that makes it sad. It's probably the waste of what could have been a good person. That's
Yo,
probably
honestly,
sad.
never sound like a asshole said this, but it is what it is. Like persons who commit suicide, I have no sympathy for them. None. Because you're literally in a lie because you have got through something like this. Other people never go through worse than what you, but you choose to take the easy way out. You choose to be a selfish person and take the easy way out and leave your family and friends and actually love you the more. Like, I never understand. Like, yeah, I get
I have a counter
depression
argument
and
to that, but when you
I'm
finish,
go
right?
through go through depression, I have suicidal thoughts as well, but I've never yet say, yo, I will kill myself. No, yeah, like, I never go through with the action. Like, it is selfish to me, in my opinion, it is selfish to do something like that. People are going to say, no, I also say, but to me, yeah, they're literally just selfish. Take the easy way out. Instead of choosing to work on a depression and work through the easy way out, you choose to take the easy way out. And you never have sympathy to people like that. Like, work on the problem. There are people out there that actually care about you. And everybody hates you. There's no way everybody in the world can hate you. You have to have at least
You
one
know,
somebody who actually care. But
Roger,
I just mean, yeah,
um, I would normally have probably had the same sentiment, but I feel like persons who are in a depressive plunge, they're not considering what their action would do to someone else. They're just basically seeing their pain right now and the fact that they can't deal with it anymore. They feel like they can't move past what's happening to them presently. And also, I feel like they feel ashamed of what's happening to them, not necessarily wanting to reach out to speak to anybody on what's happening to them because then you don't know if these people are going to ridicule you to say that's ridiculous, and not necessarily validate the point that they're having a real issue that needs to be addressed. You understand? And not a lot of people have that kind of thing because you have people who, you know, they in their family, you can consider it that they would be the failure. You understand? And they try to live up to certain things that this family is supposed to do, which
yeah,
it's
naturally,
not for them. You understand? It's not for them. And so when they try to do it, it's not done correctly. And they feel a failure, even though they're not really failing. They still feel a failure because they did not live up to the family standard. You understand? And so sometimes these things do drive them to those places. But again, they don't see anyone else in that moment. They see themselves and they just see that they could not continue to do this
naturally.
thing not even for a minute more. Go ahead.
Alright, so the part is about trying to live up to family members. I've been there. Like me, I'm not the smartest person in my family. I mean, if to talk it like one time, wouldn't say it, but I'm not the smartest person in my family. And most of my childhood growing up, my work, my answer, the people acknowledge me. Not my family. The people say, yeah, yo, I'm proud of me. Shit, got you. Countless of nights, me, me ball myself to sleep, literally, ball myself to sleep. Me go through depression, as me say, suicidal thoughts, as me say, everything, every single thing. It let me some understand what you say. I understand that at the end of the day, when you go through all of them stress there, all of them something that you not have nobody to talk to. Because when me I go through my shit, me never have nobody to talk to. Me never have nobody to say, yo, to sit down and talk to me. And
Finally.
me never go talk to my friend them about it either. You get me? And me alone, me not deal with it. Nobody else. So I understand what you say. But at the end of the day, you have a choice. Either work through your problems then, find somebody to talk to and or work your problems then. But it is never an option to take your own life. I mean, never understand it. But go through
Most
whole
people
shit.
don't have the mental fortitude to start with. You understand? They have low self-esteem. Everybody has been talking down to them this whole time, and they believe it. And so now that they believe it, they manufacture it, and it's nobody insults you like you insult yourself. Let me tell you that. Nobody, nobody
So,
can
True.
insult you like you insult yourself. Yeah? So just
so that is
imagine that people have been telling you a certain thing over a period of time and you believe it to the point where you are now inflicting this hurt on yourself. So no, you can't talk, you can't turn to anybody because they don't mean you no good really. Yeah? Or at least your perception is that they don't mean you no good. And then here you are, you yourself, you're digging yourself deeper into an endless rabbit hole. So you would just feel like there are people who result to cutting themselves, there are people who result to drugs, they overdose and they die. People who literally take matters into their own hands and literally decide to, yeah, I'm gonna end it. There are helplines people have tried to reach out, but really and truly, everybody is trying to not be embarrassed as depressed as they are. They're trying to not be embarrassed, so they don't want to talk about this. They don't want to share this with nobody who they feel this person may just be judging them more. So they take the other route, which we don't recommend, which um we definitely don't want to see more of. But at the end of the day, it's not about anybody else but them in that moment.
yeah. But get, I understand it. But as we say, me never understand it. But at the end of the day, when me a work, go through hell and back, I try to impress family member. At the end of the day, I look point and say, yo, me kill myself and not get acknowledged. So, we fuck everybody. I'm gonna just start doing my own thing. And from that,
Yeah, but I'm saying again, that's
me just,
your mental fortitude coming to save you. What if they don't have that capacity? You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
well, find somebody what trustworthy to sit down and talk to. I find an outlet. Yo, rugby is my biggest outlet up to
Don't
this
please
year.
please don't use that. Please, my beg you. Everybody is
It
not
is
Mr.
no, I'm just saying I found an outlet. You can find something else.
Just because you
Music,
play prop forward and second row
dancing.
for running two rows of ends of big fat hairy men and they drop on top of you and you release your anger
Nigga,
doesn't mean that works for everyone, sir.
nigga. That's why
You
I
know,
explain
say
stuff.
the funny thing.
I
Well, give me a
better.
second, Rajiv. Let me say something, doctor. You know,
Yeah.
say you just love foolishness. You know what the man mean, you know. You know what the man mean. I mean, crying out loud, sir. The man found an outlet. That's pretty good. Me know man who start
Can't
karate and
just go
karate,
one
hold on,
night
and
out
karate get him a sense of hold on, no?
thing. Like
Eh?
really, you just joined and you
Nah, but nah, I can smell the bullshit. So you can speak. Just saying, I'm smelling it. So I mean, nobody no wants nothing. Okay, then I'll be the one to say something. The man found out. The man found a positive outlet. The man could have. The man could do so much other things. But then why? Then why?
Brasher, we have third, yeah.
What you doing now? Why you go like the back like everybody the other family like you school or something?
last week you never want to get, you know what is true? Come, give me a red card.
No, boss, you don't deserve no red card.
Bradshaw.
Eh.
We should have set up one and go rob him.
You understand me, family? Like you understand, say, yo, that's an outlet too. Violence, crime and violence, sex, drugs. Those are all outlets. Don't mean to them positive.
Exactly.
The man could have done so much worse.
We should have
Because I met
robbed
a
him
few
and done.
dudes who went the wrong way. And these guys were in law and medicine. Yes. You heard me? They went the wrong way. They found wicked outlets. It never
Yeah,
end up well for them. Never end up well for them.
Go rob you.
You stay there. You stay there, that.
We should have
Just
robbed
say,
that. Look at my
just
wife
say,
and move
just
road
say,
one day and just look up for me.
Yeah, I'm sure you're just saying, sir.
that one.
But free,
Yeah.
but free. All fun and joke aside,
Mm-hmm.
to find an outlet, well, a positive outlet as Bradshaw says, is a good thing. It's a good. Honestly,
A good one.
because the drug they help me a whole lot, man. Just help me with my whole year. As Doc say,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm play second row mostly still.
Man,
But
go reference about that, please.
But and then if you also understand, yeah, rugby developed this family that most men, boys, when we are grown, most men never have that. They had brothers for the first time. Well, Casey different, but the point still stands. Men need men to help readjust their mental health. I hate this notion, say, if a man talk about how he feel, like that make him somehow weak. Yo, the last person I heard said that would have been up this them and not tell like afterwards I feel sorry when I say, but she had it coming. Again, I digress. But the way she talk is like the man is a goddamn object. And I'm like, whoa,
most of them
whoa.
female
You
figure
forget somebody
human.
belly pain to like you, right? Or somebody pitney, just like you are somebody pitney. What if you say that? Well, men don't. I'm like, yo, shut the hell up. Shut up.
Most of them female figure we are human.
Kind of off topic, but
My bad. I'm just.
no,
I was just
no. Regards to what you're saying, into what regards that I'm going to say.
Okay.
So Miss Claudine Moore, is still your friend on Facebook.
Never want to use her name, but yeah.
No, the reason why I call her name is because well, for lack of a better term, she is one of those females who thinks that
she
men are
genuinely
just-
believes that men only feel horny, and angry and happy.
Oh my God.
But like that's like a genuine. Okay, so
I'd like to meet her.
okay, so this is. Let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Her current boyfriend, he's actually a pretty decent guy, but he's been like used by women and conned by women. And like we were having a discussion about it, and she's like, why he shouldn't feel bad and he shouldn't be complaining. So I'm like, why? Well, he got to have sex with them because he's good looking, and so they still had sex with him, even though they were only using him for his money.
Wheel and come again. Does she understand what the word trauma means?
Nope.
She goes through. She has trauma. You know? She's been through trauma.
Yeah,
But
no.
Feel that men, she doesn't feel like men can endure that. Or men are emotionally, I guess, weak
Vulnerable.
enough to suffer from trauma.
But it's weird though. Like I had to explain this at work the other day to somebody. I said if I can look at if I can look at a man and destroy him for putting his hand on my daughter, I should have the same equivalent approach when it comes to a woman doing the same thing to my son. Someone at work look at me and say, "Why you say that?" I'm like,
Why not?
Cause turn about fear. No, you
Ex-
see, Bradshaw, I go be intelligent about it, but man like me and Dario, I just put it simple and plain and brawling. Turn about fair play, bitch.
But yeah, I was like, why not? We said, well, let me ask you a question. So men don't suffer trauma? Because I know a dude who was raped by his nanny for years. For years. And it messed him up psychologically so bad. That man can't hold a relationship with no woman for more than a year. I don't think a full year, really.
Still
And
longer than me.
The man good for comes and hold a relationship for a year. No man don't care about hold a relationship for a conversation for a
Well,
day.
big man, matter about his longest relationship was on a year.
6 months.
No,
How would that talk about you?
it's not a competition though. You do, hey boy.
I'm not competing, but I'm saying. I'm sorry.
This one, yo, go easy, man. But anywho. But yeah, but the point me I try to make is this man, I'm the way is a youth and put himself together. Look good when he put in clothes on, no homo. You understand me? And yet women are attracted to him, but him, cause that woman did a number on him so well. No matter how the relationship have played itself out in his favor, his childhood scars, them resonate and him come up to the surface and bubble up to the surface and it fuck him up, you know. And then him find himself in a fetal position. And the weirdest thing, the man said, normally he doesn't even talk to him on psychiatrist. I'm not telling lie. Him say certain things he don't even talk to him on psychiatrist, but surprised me even know this. But the point still stands. This notion need for dead. Say if you sexually molest a boy, somehow it makes him a man. No, it doesn't. And people need to look at them bullshit way of thinking. Like that really bothers me because like me say, I met a few good youth where some real dark stuff happened to. But society can't. If him say, boy, I'm not tell you know, I was attacked and mutilated when him that try to rob me. I know a lot of dark stuff. I'm just saying. I know a lot of dark stuff.
What we have with stories, but you know.
And that's my stories, other people's stories just still have a head I think about.
No, you're like a big encyclopedia for events of the past.
Last week at one point, you guys seemed kind of weirded out about me talking about my trauma. And I was going to say, but I didn't bother at the time, but I was saying, I was thinking to myself, like, y'all shouldn't feel bad for me. You should feel bad for yourselves. Because, all right, nobody will go through life unscathed. Everybody has their trauma.
That way, I know.
The reason why I would say I'm better than most of you, I actually know about some of my trauma. First of all, I acknowledge that I have trauma, which many people have not and will not do. And I've actually realized some of the specific traumas that I have, and I'm dealing. I'm not just coping, but I'm actually dealing with some of my shit. So I'm way ahead of the game.
All right, no, let me one up you. I'm signing up to see a psychiatrist. Say something. I'm listening.
I wasn't competing, but I'm saying like
I'm just saying
when the girls were on last week and they made a couple comments and it just seemed kind of weird out, like, oh shit, Dario really has to deal with this. I'm like, yo, don't feel bad for me, feel bad for you because you have something just as bad, not worse.
To be fair, the only reason I look weird was the fact. The only reason I look weird at first is because I related way too much and like
I'm talking about the girls, not you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I'm way ahead of y'all, so don't feel bad for me. Feel bad for yourselves because you haven't even started this journey. I've at least gone a block or two.
That's good. That's good. By the way, Dowie, when I was asking you during that last one, when you say I was shocked, when you were talking about all the things and that you were actually doing, I was actually silently cheering for you. You know, I mean, I did publicly say yes, good. You're actually making strides. I know the importance now. Well, I kind of did long time, but you know, it's so taboo talking about getting help nowadays. It's kind of sad. But yeah, I was actually proud of him, man. Best believe that. Takes a real man for no say, yes, you do have traumas. Yes, you are broken like everybody else. And you're doing something about it. Even them say, little steps, little progress better than absolutely none. So, yeah, I'm right, bro. Proud of you. Just saying.
We kind of need to get this off of my chest, and it really don't have nothing to do with none of the topic. But just want to run a scenario by you. So, like, is it just me who has a problem with people who don't be straightforward and get to the point before they tell you bullshit?
No, I have that issue as well, especially when the build up has nothing to do with the point.
It depends.
Let me run a scenario. Let me run the scenario. See, so your good friend or someone who you're close to leaves from their island to come and see you. Doesn't tell you they reach. They claim they want to make a surprise, but you already see through that bullshit. Them just never want to make you know so they were here. You see them for one day. You literally do nothing but just stare at each other. You go about your business, that person go about their business. Them gone, go visit other people, other friends, have a whale of a time. Then that person is gone, doesn't tell you shit, disappears. And is going to tell you that if you were in my position. No, I just want to ask you, gentlemen, because I don't want to say nothing yet. What exactly is the first words that are going to come out of your mouth when that is the first response to you? When you just wake up in the morning, your face full of frat, you go drooling at the pillow and you wake up, see that message, and you just say,
nice sleep,
if you were in my position, I know you will be mad, but.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
Kiss my black ass. So that would be the first thing come out of my mouth towards her. Just saying. Just saying.
No, the reason why I want to ask is because I just wanted to know if, like, I'm the only technical.
For once you're within all manner of rage. I'm pissed off and it's not me. I'm pissed off.
I would probably say something more intellectual and sarcastic and disrespectful.
No, I can actually tell you what exactly was said.
You're right with me pissed off. Wow.
I just want to find out something here. Is Rod still with us, or did he fall asleep or something?
Him soon get up about halfway through when he realized.
I'm here.
So why are you not getting your input there?
I'm listening now. I'm listening.
No,
I'm
right.
But we want your input.
All right, talk first, Ajib.
If you didn't say that about the something, the thing, about the question.
No, I'm saying like someone said they are coming down to come back to their so-called island or home of friends. You see that person for one day and them gone on them business for a week and go spend time wherever and disappears again and gone back to such place without telling you anything. And the first thing come out of them mouth is if you were in their position, where your first response go be?
Hold on. Sorry. They said if you were in her shoes, you would do the same thing, or if you were near her,
Oh
No,
no, I
them
never.
them
There was no specification. It was just if you were in my position, I know you will be mad.
listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me.
What was the exact
Oh,
wording of the
so
text? If we
I'm
can
ready
say.
to go
Hold
in
on now,
though.
hold on now, hold on now. You see, in a case like this, it is plain as day. So she don't respect me or my time or anything. Me
There you
not
go.
argue with you. Me not argue with you.
Yo,
Me not go back and forth with you. It's a straight black and delete a little lie.
No
You
man,
have
about with a chip then the black
me
and the
not,
lead.
No, I stop blocking
brother,
people. I
for a
just I
reason.
just ignore you. I just blue
For a
tick you
reason.
for life.
Me
I feel
nah
away, I
cuss.
feel away though. IQ aside
Me
in a dan,
nah
I
cuss.
human being too. No,
Listen
you're
to me
bright
now.
and fierce the girl, you're bright.
Listen to me now. Me nah
I
argue with you.
I
It's simple. It's